Hi guys, how's it going? I'm going to knock around the camera a little bit now, so just be prepared. She's going to do some shaking. But I am going to, as I scoot in, I had a Sherry McGinnis from her channel. She suggested that I do a demonstration drawing of some of my flowers that I do, and I told her I would certainly give it a shot. It's kind of hard to do on video for me because I feel like I have to talk while I'm doing it, so I can't concentrate as well, and also I'm very cognizant of time restraints and things like that. But I am certainly going to try and show you guys as best I can. It's really, I won't say it's really easy because some people can draw, some people can't. So it's, like telling somebody, you can either sing a song or you can't, but you can certainly learn to do certain things. And flowers, for the most part, are pretty, simple. So the best place to start is actually looking at pictures of flowers that have been drawn. There's so many cute ones right now in some of the Bible journaling books that really give you nice little tutorials and things, but there's it's more like watercolors and things like that, but still you can look at them, and if you'll study the lines and everything in it that people do, that's the place to start. Tracing, there's nothing wrong with that. If you want to just start by tracing them and then just pay attention. It's kind of like following directions when you're going somewhere. Really pay attention to what you're doing and where you're going. Watch those lines and everything. And so this is one of my scripture writing books that I use. It's the Happy Notes. Let me see, because I skip all around in here. I don't stick to any one particular place. Oh, this is the one that I did last, and I showed it on one of my videos. See, all these flowers are different. And wow, this is going to be harder than I thought. First place to start, a good pen. And you want a good pen that has a thinner tip so that you can be more precise in the way that you're drawing. And it has to be extremely smooth so that you don't, mess up lines. So the best ones that I have found, but they're also very expensive, so they're not the only ones, I'm going to show you more alternatives, are these micron pens, and they're just super good. I mean, you get them in every kind of, this is one of the thickest tips I have of one, and that's a thinner one. And I think I have, well, no, this may be the thinnest one. I have one that's kind of in between. So that is the first step, getting a good pen. If you don't want to, I bought 3 of these and they were like $8, so they are expensive. There are other options. Let me see if I can find one. I have several of these little pens I got from Hobby Lobby, and I think just about all the craft store sells them, but these are, specifically for Hobby Lobby's line. I got one that was for the watercolor line, and then one that was from the LOL line. I think they each they either came with 5 or 6 a piece, and I got them on sale, and they weren't any more than $2.99 for the pack. But they have basically the same kind of ink, and they also have that really thin tip so that you can really be precise in what you're doing. The smaller the tip, the more precise you can be. That does not mean that you can't use a thicker tip to do the main drawing, but it's good when you want to do like little detailed things to have one of the smaller ones. So that's your first thing. And then for me, after that, I just color. That's all I do. Some people paint, some people do all kinds of things like that, but this is just using colored pencils. So straight up Corolla colored pencils, that's it. I think the key is learning how to shade really nicely. For some, you want to shade from the inside out. Some of them I shade around the petal and then do a lighter one on the middle. I always kind of, like these, you want to make sure you have this, you have to do with pen, then trace over it. But all of this is just colored in. That's all I do. I do like to take brown and put it through the stems because it just gives it a more intense look. And sometimes, especially during fall, I would do a lot of this kind of stuff, and I would use fall color leaves because that is my straight up favorite to do. I love that. So I'm going to attempt to draw one for you guys, just so you can kind of see what I do. And let's use this, start with the smaller one anyway. Okay, so I've got several different kinds I do. I don't know if you're getting the whole thing in view or not. I hope you are. But like this one is really easy. I'm going to do small pieces is what I want to do, so I can kind of show you, because I don't know how well you'll be able to see past my left-handed hand right there. In case you guys haven't noticed, I'm a lefty. All right, so you just want to make petals, and then as you get around here, just kind of zigzag it a little bit so it's got more of a natural look to it. And then down and around, and then bring one up, and once again start with the shadowing, but you don't want to go all the way because you want to overlap it a little bit. So you'll come down here with another petal, because this is giving you some layering. And another one out here, and it doesn't have to be precise every time, just learn, because you want them to be different every time you do them, because let's face it, that's the way, you know, flowers are. So this one's going to be a lot different than that one. And then bring some down around here, and then you'll put lines through it to give it a look of what it would look like if it was on a tree. See what I'm saying? I can't draw and talk at the same time. It's very hard for me. And then you'll just give it a nice little and down. Here's your first one, and then the next will be just coloring in. Of course, you can do all different kinds of leaves. Just be creative. The ones that look more real, of course, are the ones that are like this. But if you don't like that, then you can just do a straight up round petal like that. I mean, just like I said, just really sit and just look at pictures of them. That's the best thing to do. Pull stuff up on Google. Look how they're drawn. For one like this, that right there will be a little bit more difficult. So we'll just go right down here and pretend we're going to do that one. So you'll start with the first petal right there. Make it small. And then like that right there. Because see, you want to give it the look that the petals are falling off. Or falling over, I should say. These can be just a teeny tiny tricky. But once you get the hang of it, it's not that big of a deal. And then you just kind of just do it to your liking. What do you like? There's you another flower. So it's really all about the layering. I took my time more with these. This one's probably my favorite. But you see how that you start off with the first one there, put one behind it, give it a little bit there. This right here, when you want to do an overlapping one, let me see if I can show you off one of these how to do one. It would be, let's see, if you want to do an overlapping one. Okay, we'll start right here. You'll do like this, and of course I did that before I drew that line, and then right there, and then bring it around, and that looks like the petals coming over the other petal. So pretty simple. And then, like I said, your leaves can be any way you want them. This one I did kind of like, well, I don't even know what those kind of flowers are called. They're not some kind of lily, but that have the long trunk right there, and then a lot of pretty flowers swinging around it. These kind right here are probably your easiest. I mean, this is just one, and then just draw them like that all the way around. And then come up behind it and do it again. And then little circles, dots if you like, however you want to do that. And then you want to do little squigglies. And then just color and give it some depth. And I'll show you another one that I actually learned to do from some of the, I don't know, I think it was the Carpe Diem planners that had this, that I saw it on, and I just kind of copied it and made it my own. But you just do like this, go out, squiggly, back around. Let me do this so I can do it right. And then that again. And again. And then you'll just go in and fill it in however you like. And I'll show you a little something that gives them a little bit more. You'll have little twigs coming out like that. Sometimes that makes them look prettier, especially if you do them in colors and then tip them off. And then same thing here. And there we go. And it's like I said, the real magic of this is coloring them. Get them drawn like that, and then you want to really do some beautiful shading. Shading is, if you were ever in art class, remember, shading is everything. Don't be afraid to add different colors into it. Don't be afraid to use colors that you wouldn't typically think would, you know, be a part of this kind of thing. Let me see if I can find some more that I've done recently. See that one? I drew this one, and I kind of used that little technique I just showed you, where you just start out and you make the little petals, and then you just keep layering and layering and layering the petals on top of each other till you get as full as you want, and then just do your leaves out from it. And some of these, I also like doing this if your paper is thick enough, if you really want to give it some definition really super fast. Use your, if you have markers, use markers, but you want to make sure your paper's thick enough so that it doesn't bleed through. But then you can trace the outsides with either markers or ink pens, colored pens, and then do your coloring after that, and that'll give it a little bit more pop too. See, some days I draw, some days I use stickers. That day I didn't have a lot of time, so I just drew one, didn't color it. And let's see, maybe in one of my other books where all my other ones are. Balloons. Yeah, I think that's all I've done in this one. So like I said, I got a couple of different ones that I do stuff in. It's just all about having fun. That's the big thing. Have some fun and be creative. That's what the whole Bible journaling thing is all about, is you know, spending some time in God's Word, and then coloring and painting and just creating in any way you feel led to do. I should have brought one of my journaling Bibles over here to show you guys, but I don't want to get up right now because then I have to take off my microphone. But anyway, short and sweet. So if you have any questions, I will do my best to answer them. Like I said, that goes to that once you color. So just get your crayons, Get your coloring pencils. Coloring pencils do work better than crayons because you can be a little bit more precise, just like you can with a better pen. Get a good pen. See, that's the one I used here. This is I'll show you. Draws almost exactly the same way. So go to Hobby Lobby and check those out. And you know, a lot of times they have them on sale for $1.49 for a 6-pack. That's your best bet there. And if you look, you'll get the same. And they're not quite as smooth, but they're close. So that's the important thing. They do write beautifully smooth, and they only come in the one size, but that, quite frankly, is the size that you will need to do these. So that's your best bet to start with before you go out and spend tons of money on one of those. I would like a set of these that are in color, but I'm just not going to spend that much money. No, not till I'm rich and famous, which I don't think that's going to be happening, either one of them, anytime soon. All right, ladies. Hope that helps. Have any questions? Drop it in the comments. If you like me, give me a like and subscribe to this channel, because I just got all kinds of stuff I'm going to have going on here, and I do upload pretty frequently, so it's not like you'll go a couple of weeks without seeing me. You'll be lucky if you go a couple of days without seeing me. I could probably be annoying at some point in time. You get tired of hearing my voice, which is sounding really funny right now because I have super bad allergies and I'm not allowed to take antihistamines. So yay for me. All right. All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed that. Miss Cherie, if you're watching this and you enjoyed it, let me know. And you guys have an awesome day. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.